Okay, we're looking at equations of a circle worksheet, and we're going to just do a couple of these. We're going to look at number 1 to start with. Now, I mentioned this very briefly before on the second page, that this is the formula for a circle. We've got x minus a squared plus y minus b squared equals r squared. A and b are the center, and the square root of r squared is the radius. Okay? So we're just going to do an example of one of these. Now, with that sense of that formula, you want to do the opposite of what those signs say there. So we've got 1 and negative 3. Now, hopefully you remember that that is a point on our graph. So we can just go to the right 1, down 3. That point right there that I'm drawing in, that's the center of my circle. Now, 4 stands for r squared. So 4 equals r squared. So if we square root both sides, we're going to say r equals 2. Yes, I know it also will equal negative 2, but we want the length of something, and you can't have negative length of something. So we're just going to go 2 in all directions. 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2. And then we're going to draw a circle using that. Now, a lot of people just want to connect the lines and kind of make a square shape or a rhombus, but you're making the best circle you can that looks like it has a radius of 2. Okay? So I know I did that real fast. So let's just talk about that one more time. X minus 1 squared is right here. It's the opposite of that. So if this is negative, I want to do positive. If this is positive, I want to do negative. Okay, let's move on to number 4. Okay, so if we look at number 4, it looks a little bit different. There's nothing with the x. So what would it be? If you said 0, you are correct. So we have 0 and positive 3. That's my center. That's my point. So we're going to go 0 over 3. Now, we do need to have the square root of 14 because r squared equals 14. So we're going to take the square root of both sides. That does give me 3.74. Now, 3.74 is kind of hard to do on here. So what we're going to do, oh, I'm sorry. This is incorrect. Silly Miss Murphy. It is 0 up 3. Anybody else make that mistake? Oh, such a common mistake. I have to correct myself sometimes. Goes x first, then y. X first, then y. Not y, then x. So we're going to go 3.74 in every direction. So that means less than 4. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. Instead of 4, I put it below. It's an approximation. It doesn't have to be perfect. 1, 2, 3. There's 4. Just a little bit less than it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just a little bit less than it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just a little bit less than it. And we're going to draw our circle. Again, try not to make a rhombus, as circular as you can. Okay, let's go ahead and look at the back. We're going to do just a few problems back here. Number 6 looks strange. It says negative 9 equals negative y minus x. So all we're going to do, guys, is times these by a negative 1. And then we're going to switch sides. So we have x squared plus y squared equals 9. All right? So we just moved a couple things around getting that for our answer. So the center is 0, 0. R squared equals 9, so r equals 3. So we put a point on 0, and then we go 3 in each direction. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. And we draw in that circle. Okay? We're just going to do one more where we have the information already, and we're going to make it into an equation. So I have the graph here, so I like to graph it first. I know this is 3, negative 3, so I go over 3, down 3. The radius is 4, so I go 1, 2, 3, 4 in each direction. 1, 2, 3, 4. Apparently I have to count out loud when I do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Got that circle. Okay, So I know it's x minus a squared plus y minus b squared equals r squared. So I'm just replacing what I have. I know this is my a, this is my b, this is my r. Okay, so it's going to go x minus 3 squared, but that's a plus. Remember, it's the opposite. Plus y. Now that's a negative and that's a negative. So a negative times a negative is a positive 3 squared. And what's 4 squared? 4 times 4 is 16. Okay, so you can try some of those on your own. And so you're all prepared for that. Remember, the answer keys for these are going to be posted as well.